Hey everybody, welcome back to the Side of Sauce podcast, the greatest homemade podcast ever to live. And today,
Of
for right
course.
now, I'm only joined by one of my regular members, my
It's
co-host. You'd like to introduce
boy
yourself?
Johnny.
Your boy Johnny. So Maddie was originally here, but he actually, for real, this is no joke, this is no comedy bit. He actually was very caught up in a professional yo-yo competition, and Maddie accidentally hung his opponent
And then he got
on the,
drafted.
and then he on the yo-yo, and then he got drafted, and he's fighting the space aliens with the yo-yo.
hmm
So Maddie, I don't know if Maddie
Alongside
would.
what's the band that recently got disbanded?
One Direction.
No, that was a while.
What?
What was the one that just recently the K-pop band that recently disbanded?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I don't know their name.
BTS. Looks like he's on the
Born to
front
shit.
line. BTS. He's fighting alongside with BTS on the front lines, man.
I actively choose not to learn what they stand for. I just always remember them as born to shit.
Forced to wipe.
Born to shit, forced to white. Bro, honestly, I remember. Here's a funny story. I'm not gonna name the name of the kid, but I knew a kid for a while who didn't wipe because he thought that was gay.
He's out of line, but he's right.
Like I knew this kid.
My man.
I was thinking about saying it. And I was like, should I say this? Should I not? But I was like, fuck it. I'm already like in. I've already tiptoed into this area, so I might as well. But yeah, he didn't wipe because like he didn't wipe until he was like 17 because he thought it was gay.
He was misinformed. One of fact checkers on Instagram did not believe this COVID-19 resources link.
He was operating that. He was operating under that mentality of the a man who cleans his house is expecting a visitor kind of bullshit.
Yes.
That kind of bullshit.
It's ridiculous, bro.
But yeah, so this is the Side of Sauce podcast. We talk about being born to shit, kids being gay, that kind of shebang.
You know,
So I want to talk about one of the first things. So, it may not be obvious from our last like 2 episodes we had, but me and Johnny at the very least are quite big South Park advocates. I don't know if you knew this.
a little bit.
I know a little bit. And I didn't actually have this written down in my notes to talk about, but we were just literally talking about this before the air, and I thought it'd be awesome to talk about. We're gonna talk about so in the latest episode, I think it's the latest episode.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, they have Stan and Tolkien. I have to remember it's Tolkien, not Token. If you say Token, you're part of the problem. Tolkien, they play Warhammer, and I don't know if you know this. We might like
so
Warhammer.
great.
It's awesome. It's fucking awesome. I genuinely love playing it.
It's spring break, and so Stan and his dad are just stuck on the farm to watch it while his mom and his sister are going away to like I can't remember. They're doing something boring. Like the parents aren't. She's going on a vacation. Is like the dad is being a typical dumbass, you know.
I think they're going off
eat.
into like a trip to Romania.
No. The dad technically does that, but anyways. He's like, you can do whatever you want, Stan. Stan's like, can I have my friends over? He's like, and play? He's like, yeah, sure. And so he invites Tolkien over, and they set up Warhammer on the entire kitchen table, and the entire episode, Stan and Tolkien do nothing but play Warhammer. And
Dude,
if I'm not mistaken, they're still playing the entire same game the whole time.
I think so. I think it is. I remember like I seen like the clip that I saw, like when they first like started, and it's just like Randy sitting there, and he's like, "What the fuck is this?" Like I just imagine.
That's pretty much.
That's what like everyone, like my family, my friends who don't play Warhammer, that's Sandra. I think that's what they see. I think that's how they are when they see us playing Warhammer. Like,
it is pretty nerdy shit. I won't lie.
Like I can't lie. Like the whole bit of like Stan being like, all right, I attack your fleet for and I get +3 to hits. Like that part made me fucking bust. Like I was laughing.
Oh yeah, that scene had me cackling up. I thought they should have covered this for a while now, but it was also funny because they were pretty rule accurate for 9th edition Warhammer.
Honestly, which is aren't we about to be on 10th edition? Isn't that crazy?
It's about to start, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. I'm not sure if I'm ready for that.
They supposedly are supposed to simplify it and make it way more streamlined, and if they actually do that, that would be wonderful.
That would be wonderful.
However, isn't that what everybody says when they update something?
I feel like maybe because I wasn't there, but I feel like they've been like because I've looked back on some of the old editions,
Hmm.
7th and 6th in particular, and they always say that they're going to like redo them to make them more simple.
Hmm.
So I don't know how true that's going to be, but I like
I
the
don't know.
idea. I like the idea. However, I'm not. I think honestly, Kill Team is where it should be for like the more simplistic, quote unquote,
Yeah.
games. Because I'm perfectly fine with how like normal 40k is. Like I think honestly, the big thing that deters most people is just big words, very confusing, many rules. But I think
I
once you
think
get
it's the
it,
price point.
the price point. But I'm talking about like the actual like game.
Yeah.
No, definitely the price point. Because when I first started Warhammer, holy shit, oh my
Still, it's
god,
still bad.
and it's still
Yeah,
pretty.
and
I
like
think it's worse. I think it's just getting worse.
and the worst part is it's not like yeah, that's the thing I was gonna say. It's not like you don't want to buy more of it and you're not going to buy more of it. You will. You start and you just keep buying it and buying and you can't stop. It's like an
Hmm.
addiction because it
Like
is an addiction.
it is an addiction, dude. Like I have to like because every time I go to like the local like gamers guild over here, I have to
Oh
oh
yeah.
I have to force myself not to buy things. I have to just look. I just have to like because I go there
Yeah,
kind of
for
often
real.
because I have to like drop off some friends for like because we work together. So I drop them off at their place,
Hmm.
and they literally live right in front of there. So I'll usually
Dude,
just
that's
go in
sick.
there and just like walk around for a little bit and like check it out.
Dude, I
Dude,
wish.
it's nice. But yeah, dude, yeah.
That sounds like
Because I
more fun.
remember, I remember when I brought my first kill team was the Tau one, and it was
Hmm.
like $44, something like that. It was like close to like I know it was in the 40s. It was like mid
Yeah.
40s, something like that. And I just bought not Kill Team, but it's the Warhammer Fantasy Kill Team extension,
Warcry?
Warcry, yeah. And I bought the Seraphon ones because they're fucking cool. Like
They're so sick
they
looking.
are so sick, dude. They got the little iguana dudes and like the
Oh, I
pterodactyls.
love them.
Dude, yeah, they're sick. And I bought them, and I haven't put them together yet because I'm waiting to finish my other models before I do that.
Hmm.
However, it was like $50, and I think there's about the same models or slightly less, and it's like
Somewhere near.
somewhere near that. It's like what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, well, I mean, Games Workshop has always been expensive, that kind of stuff, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's getting more and more expensive, I swear.
I'm also thinking about using this because I want to use the Seraphons also for my airbrush I just got like in Christmas
You
time,
should.
dude. Yeah,
Yeah, that would be a great way to learn on, man.
same
It's
with
like with reptiles, you can't mess it up because the reptiles can always look a certain way. You can
yeah,
always have it look unique.
exactly. Same thing what I'm gonna do with my salamander kill team I have. I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah,
I'm gonna use the airbrush for that one.
that'll be cool.
But
The
but but
green.
but but before we keep talking about Warhammer, so in the episode, Stan is a Sisters of Battle player, which
Based.
based honestly, that's
I have a like 4,000 point sister battle army. I kind of like them.
kind of
They're
just a
pretty
little bit.
good.
I think they're cool. I like them.
Oh, I love them, man. That's so cool.
I know they're not supposed to
Nuns
be
with
hot, but
guns.
like they kind of are.
Well, yeah, like in lore, they're all battle hardened and grizzled. And they all look, but like the fan art makes them all, waifus or whatever. But like they're nuns with guns and power armor and flamethrowers killing heretics for the Inquisition.
Exactly.
Like that is like a metal song that is just waiting to be written, bro.
It is. I think Sisters of Battle is a fucking cool ass like rock metal title for like a band.
Yeah, I'll bet there probably is a band name. That sounds like one, honestly.
Dude, and then what is Tolkien plays the
Black
Black Templar,
Black
right? Yeah.
Templars. Yes.
Which wow, on
Funny.
the nose.
I like that they didn't go for
That's what
salamanders.
I'm saying.
The
The
actual
actual the
blacks.
actual like black ones, yeah. That's
Space
kind of
Marines,
funny.
what people always use, but it's just funny they chose to go for the one with black in the name, which is kind
Well,
of
are
goofy.
they?
But
Well, hold up.
yeah,
Are the are the hold on, I might have to refresh myself, but are the salamanders actually black, or are they like, is that
They are so
ash?
like regular space marines are like all regular ethnicities because they're just humans that are like genetically modified.
Yeah.
But the salamanders specifically are from I can't think of the planet, but it's a volcano place. Everything's volcano themed. So they have like this ashy skin. So their skin is truly black, like actual black, like the color
Yeah, okay.
black of like black paint. So like they are so that's what people always make the joke, oh the token black faction when they're actually not. They're totally different.
The
But
only good people in the game.
the salamanders are like one of the only good space marine legions of the game that are actually relatively decent. They let you go home to see your family. They don't kill everyone on sight for no reason. Just some people, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Not everybody, but
There's a famous scene with their Primarch he smashes an Eldar child basically to smithereens in front of him, and it's like this traumatic scene or whatever. Like, and people just like take that out of context and just like copy paste it everywhere. It's just
I love how that's like a
him
really traumatic.
smashing.
I love how that's like a really traumatic scene for like the salamanders. But if you put that in context with any other like Space Marine faction,
It
that's
makes
like a
total sense.
Tuesday. That's like a Tuesday to them. Like a regular ass like nine
That's a
to five
regular,
Tuesday.
yeah. That's literally just a typical day. Oh, we're gonna kill people. Yeah, like, but for Vulcan that was traumatic. But
Oh,
for
you're on your
them,
way. Oh, you're on the
Vulcan's
way
the
to
Primarch of
smash
the
the.
Salamanders.
You're on the way to bash the baby's head in too, bro. Me too. Let's pick a drink up on the way.
Like,
Yeah.
like yo, we can take turns hitting
We
the
could sing like
Eldar
a
child.
old timey songs when we do it too.
We can let him on fire and then do it. Yeah,
Exactly.
and with a chainsword. I can't remember
Exactly.
where it was I was reading in lore recently that when a chainsword, so they're not designed for like fighting against other space marines in power armor.
Hmm.
So when a chainsword swings against another piece of power armor, especially if it's like a refractor shield or whatever they're called, or the ion
Hmm.
shields, the teeth just start spinning and can't get any traction, and it makes this death scream or whatever. But it's like the teeth just start chipping at the metal and you're ripping it apart, and it was like the most badass thing ever. And I was like, dude, I was thinking like we could probably make some of these like you could make a chainsaw in real life.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like
Like a chainsaw is
probably wouldn't
already
be like
partially
practical,
there,
no. Yeah,
kind of.
practical, no. Cool, yes.
Exactly. That's the whole thing. When it's like it would be impractical to build a lightsaber because why the fuck would you do that? And like it's like, dude, it's not about it being practical. It
Yeah,
never
like
is.
there's a good portion of what sports cars are. Or a good portion of why sports cars are designed the way they are is to look good, not just to go
Yeah,
fast.
like a good
We
portion of
want our stuff to
cars
look good.
aren't practical.
It's not for
They're just to
dynamics.
look
It's
good.
not for functionality. It's for looks. Yeah, because people like the way their things look. It's kind of mouthing a fucking work.
I know. Fucking snobby people.
For real.
Honestly, people who don't like things to look cool and just want a practical use.
Nah,
Just
bro. I'm I'm
just
I'm about cool over function. My thing doesn't have to even
exactly
work as long as
the
it looks
rule of
drippy.
cool. Honestly,
Drip before you drown.
exactly. But as I feel like we keep going off. So
We know.
we keep talking about lore. So I wanted to talk about like what factions do we think the South Park, at least
Characters to play.
the four main boys would play. I think we could probably put like a couple other people in there, but like specifically the four main boys.
I think Butters would play the Imperial Guard. He would be like, men, we're lined up for battle. You have all the little guys, his little soldiers. They just get
Butters
massacred.
playing Imperial Guard makes so much fucking sense.
And he'd be crying. He's like, my men are dying on me. No.
No, no.
He'd be the commissar. He'd be the commissar. He executes his men. Him and Cartman. Oh, Cartman could definitely be a commissar.
Do you think? Hold up. Do you think? I'm trying to think. What is the most tech? Oh my god, this is gonna sound so fucked. I don't even know if I want to say this.
Okay. Say it.
Do you think Jimmy would play disabled Tau?
No. I think he would play
No, he would play. No, hold up, Jimmy.
Admic.
Hear me out. Hear me out. Oh wait, well yeah, that makes way more sense. I was gonna say orcs. Because there's
Does he play orcs?
because
I
I
think
have an
that's
orc right
Timmy.
next to me that has like a replaced like leg with like just a robot leg, and I was like, oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think. I think Cartman will play Ultramarines, honestly.
Cartman, I feel like
Because they have all
Cartman's either like Ultramarines or he's gonna play Oonga Boonga Orcs.
yeah. Well, see, I think Ultramarines because, main character and energy and main character, what do you call it? Plot armor.
Hmm.
So Cartman loves that shit.
I think we can
Uh,
all agree, however, Kyle does play the Tau.
he does play the top 100%. 100%.
100% Kyle plays Tau. And I will not be elaborating any further on my point.
Now, what would Kenny play?
Kenny has to play an army where you can't where you don't have to buy a lot of models.
Well, you could do Custodes or Knights there, but I almost feel like he would play Gene Stealer Colts because they're just so bad and like they all their tactics revolve around stealth and like weird strategies that don't really work because
Hmm.
stealth doesn't fucking work on a board game. And it kind of feels like Kenny would just somehow make it work. Like with the Magic
I
episode.
feel like Kenny's so big brain he could make it work.
Well, they're supposed to be really meta if you're like good, but the key word is if you're
If you're
good.
good, yeah. If you're
Emphasis on
good.
the good part.
So so I think our final decisions are Jimmy plays Admech. Uh Butters plays
Imperial Guard.
Imperial Guards. Eric Cartman plays the Ultramarines. Kyle plays Tau because reasons.
Yeah.
And we said Kenny plays the Gene Stealer Colt, right?
I can see G2 Colt. I'm trying to think. What's another one that's like he could also play Eldar because the models aren't updated in like 30 years. It's an hand-me-down army.
You get them cheap ass models from the bargain bin.
They're all like a resin fine cast.
If we were talking about like whatchamacallit, if we were talking about Age of Sigmar, Kenny would 100% would be the rat players.
Mm-hmm.
He would be a 100%
Skaven.
on our team.
Skaven boy.
Skaven. I don't know why I had a brain fart for a second. I literally was like
I
staring
feel
at the word in my head, spelled out,
man's literally
and I
plays
was
the
like,
army.
and I felt so disappointed and ashamed of myself for that.
Nah, dude, I do that all the time. You good, bro? You
Dude,
good?
honestly, I think my memory is so bad recently. I I hate to say it, my parents might be right because it's the
Mhm.
internet.
I was literally about to say, honestly, I genuinely think it's the fact that we see so much stuff, all the information all the time coming in and out.
I think it's because, like, honestly, if I need to know something, like lickety split, I'll just look it up. Like,
Yeah.
and I don't remember. Like, I don't even know most people's. Like, I only know my number, and that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
I only
But
know
here's
my
the
own
other
phone
thing,
number.
like if you really think about it, like we're seeing so much more information than we ever would have been able to see before in our lives just in one day.
Exactly. Isn't that crazy?
Like you can see so much more, like that great Jordan Peterson quote where he's talking about like the psychological effects that whatever like the internet has on people. Like for instance, you can look at more porn in 15 minutes than you can see more tits in 15 minutes than you could see in your entire life of
That
a
is
regular
true.
person 500 years ago, which is like insane to think about. Like it's like he's like it doesn't necessarily do anything wrong, but imagine the differences that like other differences like in the world that people are growing up in. It's just insane.
Imagine not being able to see titties at 13. Crazy.
Bro, imagine not being having a 4K internet.
That low quality.
The iPad kids in the Stone Age. He's just got a flat rock. It's painted on it. It's like a painting tablet thing.
A little painting tablet, and they paint like messages to each other, but they throw it at each other's heads.
It's hieroglyphics. They had to etch it out.
They don't even say real words. They just ooh ooh.
Oh yes.
Oonga boonga players, honestly, just like me for real.
He is literally me.
But yeah, dude, I honestly like. Here's a real story. So somebody like a new kid at my work like was being introduced around, and he asked me for my name, and I forgot what my name was, and I had to sit there for like an embarrassing like 10 seconds trying to figure out what my name was.
You're just like, wait a second.
Because I don't wear my name badge on me. So I was like, what the fuck is my name?
Imposter syndrome just suddenly kicked in really hard.
On fucking God. The fucking
It's
Among
like,
Us sound
who
effect.
am I?
Boom, 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 boom.
Oh. This is an imposter.
There is an imposter among us. Did you hear they were gonna make an Among Us 2, but they canceled it?
I heard something about like I thought they were trying to do like a movie or some shit for that like obviously was gonna get
An
canceled.
Among Us movie?
I don't know if it probably was a shit post. Probably was a shit post, but I thought they talked about like people were trying to like make a
Dude,
what do you call it, a
I
petition.
would, I would kill.
Which is like the dumbest thing.
I would kill for an Among Us movie, but it was just a remake of The Thing. And it's like the
No.
exact same movie, but you replace all the characters with like the Among Us model, and they don't say anything throughout the entire movie. I think
All
that'd
those
be
guys
so
you can make it like
fucking
the
funny.
SNL the live action Bambi remake from that SNL where it's just The Rock with like minimal face paint, like just on Bambi. But that's the it's like I'm the imposter.
Yo, I just thought about that because you mentioned Bambi. So you heard about that Winnie the Pooh horror movie, right?
Yeah.
So the studio behind that movie, they made like they put out that movie on like I think less than like $10 million budget. It was like made like by like a toothpick and a sandwich. That was the budget, and like they made so much. They made like I think like $100 million on that movie. So they're making
Damn.
more of them. They're making a sequel to that movie. They're making like a cinematic universe of just Disney parodies horror shit. And it's so here's one of them. It's Tinker. It's gonna be like a Peter Pan one where Tinkerbell a is a hooker on drug problems. That's
What?
the script. That's the description of the movie. It's just Tinkerbell is like a drug addict hooker who kills people. So, okay.
All right.
The second
I
one
guess
is gonna be like the sequel to the Winnie the Pooh movie, and the next one after that is a horror Bambi parody. There's no information about this movie, but I think this is so fucking funny.
that is the dumbest sounding thing ever.
I don't
Oh my
even know
God.
what you would do with a horror Bambi. You like, I'm
I don't
struggling
even
to
know
find
what you do with the first Winnie the Pooh horror movie.
I don't.
Like,
I
how are
think
you gonna make it scary?
I was gonna go watch it, but then I heard it was like not even like it wasn't even worth watching, and I was like, okay, I'll wait.
I assume it's just gonna be a bunch of jump scares. Like, oh wow, jump scares.
I heard it was like some weird like fetishy thing, like every woman who dies in that movie, and it's like 90% women who die in that movie. It's like a weird fetishy way. So I was like,
Oh,
I'm
weird.
not gonna watch that.
Maybe I'm good. Maybe I made the right choice.
But I didn't make the right choice anyway because I was like, oh, I'll go watch 65, and that movie was fucking dog shit.
What movie was that? I haven't
65.
seen 65.
Have you seen the trailer for 65?
Mm-mm.
It's that movie with Adam Driver, and he like crash lands on Earth.
Oh
and
yeah,
it's, like, in
yeah,
the
yeah.
past.
That movie did look terrible.
That movie,
Like not,
I
not
can't
because
lie.
Adam Driver, but just because the plot looked boring.
I can't lie. The movie, like, I saw the trailer and I was like, this movie probably isn't gonna be great, but there's dinosaurs, so I'll go see it. And I saw it and I was bored out of my fucking mind because the dinosaurs are in like 5 scenes max, and I barely struggle to call them dinosaurs because they aren't. They literally are not.
So I assume that they go too fast and they accidentally travel back in time in the movie.
So here, let me explain. If you mind if I spoil the movie?
Please spoil it because I don't want to watch it.
Okay, so Adam Driver goes on a mission to save his dying daughter. Midway through this mission, his daughter just dies anyways. And highly based in Ripper. They crash land on a planet, and then it's like, whoa, this planet's actually called Earth, and it's set 65 million years before the present. And it's like, okay, cool, whatever, that's cute. And then you get a bunch of scenes of just Adam Driver dicking around on this planet, and then he's like, wait a minute, there's another person alive. And he goes, and the only other person alive is this stupid fucking girl. This stupid little
kid.
It's like this little child. It's not his kid. It's just somebody's child on that ship. And I don't understand why they allowed a fucking child to go on a space mission.
Why not?
And
Fuck it.
the worst part is, like, there's a cool concept of like Adam Driver and this little girl not speaking the same language. So like they have to communicate in like different ways, but they never do anything interesting with this fucking concept.
They take the principal. They're like, hey guys, this is really cool. Oh, I forgot about it too.
Most of the
Don't worry.
movie is just Adam Driver and this little girl, and he's like, water, water. Like, it's fucking Helen Keller. And it's like,
It's like the racist dude in the Walmart checkout trying to overly tell the other person that's speaking their own language
mhm,
something. He's like, it's pronounced water,
yeah.
water.
It's like, it's never used any interesting, clever, or like even meaningful ways. And then, like, so I'm trying to remember. What's the first dinosaur? I think it's like a pterodactyl, and it's just like flying above. You can tell this movie also had like no
Yeah,
budget. So yeah, you see that,
understandable.
and then like what I assume are raptors is like the first like main like
Hmm.
threat. I'm assuming they are, but I'm not really sure because they don't look like raptors. They
They
look
look as
like
bad as the
they look
Jurassic Park ones.
like they look like the Indoraptor, but like if it was extremely malnourished,
Hmm.
like extremely.
Let me look this up. I'm about to look this up.
They look so awful, dude. Like so bad. And then later in the movie, we see the T Rex, and the T Rex looks okay in its like first scene, and then
Hmm.
like in the next scene, it starts fucking galloping like a goddamn horse. Like its arms grow out of nowhere. I shit you not, the arms were not long enough to gallop in the
And then the
first
thing
scene
just
we
starts
saw
like
it.
yeet.
And it starts just fucking galloping towards Adam Driver, and you're like, what the fuck is this movie? So yeah, that's my review of 65. It's a movie
Not good.
with quote unquote dinosaurs and quote unquote Adam Driver and some girl. Not very good. Would not recommend.
I I just googled it. Are there any water dinosaurs apparently, or water reptiles?
There so here's the thing. In the first like scene of him crashing down on the planet, there's like
Hmm.
this weird scene of like we see like this tail of this I'm assuming a dinosaur like just come up
Hmm.
over the ocean like, over like the not the ocean but like the water, and it goes back
Water.
in, and like that's it.
Nothing is done with the idea.
It's never brought up again. It just happened once. And I was like, oh, we're gonna have like an intense scene where he has to get back to the ship, right? And it just cuts to him back in the ship. And it's like, what the
There's a
fuck?
pretty cool looking type of Elastosaur or Mosasaur type creature that I saw that looks like it was supposed to be in the movie, but I don't think it was actually in it. It looks like concept art.
Yeah, it
So you can
wasn't in
get
the
cut?
movie. No.
That sucks.
Oh wait, no, there was an Oviraptor. Never mind. There was one. It kind of just looked like an ostrich, honestly. Like if I'm being just
Ostrich.
fucking real, like it literally just looked like an
Just because she's
ostrich.
about ostriches.
On fucking god. Uh, Honestly, the Cocaine Bear movie was fucking better than this movie.
That movie did look kind of interesting. I didn't feel like going to see it, but it looked kind of good
Cocaine
and
Bear
funny.
is exactly what you think it is, and it gives you exactly what people wanted out of that movie. Nothing more, nothing less, and I
Cocaine,
respect that.
cocaine in a bear.
It gives you
Cocaine in a bear.
cocaine and bear and people dying from that, and it's like I respect
And a
that.
feminist movie during
When me
National
and
Women's
Sandra
Month.
went to go see that movie,
Hmm.
with our order, we got free gummy bears, and I thought that was the funniest shit in the world.
That is hilarious.
It's a cute little thing. I did like. I think. Yeah, I like Cocaine Bear. It was fun. It was cool.
You cut out for a second, and all I heard was "I like cocaine," and then I heard "oh bear." It was like really delayed for a second. I was like, "Do you mean to say bear?" And then I hear bear, and I was like, "Okay, he said bear."
Bear, right?
Yeah, I
Bear,
really like
bear, bear.
I really like cocaine.
Dude, and then what else have I seen this year? I've seen that I just saw last night that Dungeons and Dragons movie.
Was it good?
Not as bad. Like it's not bad. Like I thought I was going in there and I thought it was gonna be cringe, but it surprisingly was not. It was actually kind of fun.
Okay, nice, nice.
Like it,
Did you get the bucket?
dude. So here's the thing. Hold up. Let me tell you. I went there specifically to go get the fucking bucket because the
Hmm.
last time I went there was like 2 days before. I went to go see 65 and I saw the bucket
Hmm.
there, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll
Pretty
just.
cool.
And I was thinking about buying it right then and there, but I was like, nah, I'll wait because surely they'll have it still for like a little bit longer, right?
No.
No, they had no more. I asked them and they were like, nah, dude, we're out. Sorry. And I'm like, fuck. I should have
Burned
bought
the
it
whole
when I
theater
had the
down.
chance.
Never go back to the theater again.
Bro, fuck
Wrote
that
a bad
theater.
review.
Fuck AMC.
All my homies hate AMC.
All my homies hate AMC. Dude, there's so many
Goes back.
fucking movies coming out right now that I want to watch, or some of them I feel obligated to watch. Honestly, like that Ant-Man
Like what?
movie, I still haven't seen, but I feel kind of obligated
It
to
was
watch it.
alright.
Oh, you seen it?
It wasn't anything. It was good. It wasn't bad or anything, but it was a Marvel movie.
I have
It
never
wasn't like
I've never been impressed by an Ant-Man movie. So, like the
this is
first
not
one
the
was
one.
whatever, like it was okay, and then the
The
second
second
one,
one's the best in my opinion.
I disagree hard. I don't like that movie at all. I think it's so boring.
Well, this one is pretty much like another one of those forgettable Marvel movies. It wasn't bad, but I was like, by the end of it, I was like, oh, I had a list in my hand. I was like, bro, these are plot holes. So like, there are so many plot holes in the movie, man, and I was just like ripping that thing to shreds, and I was like, this doesn't make any freaking sense.
Oh, and dude? I feel so. Have you heard about Shazam and how abysmal that is doing right now?
No, I haven't seen any of them.
So, well, the first Shazam, I haven't seen the second one. I'm gonna go see it, probably tomorrow or like Wednesday. But
Mhm.
like the first one, is actually pretty solid. It's pretty fun. I like it. I actually like it
That's what
a
I've heard.
lot.
Yeah, I heard it's not bad.
It's pretty fun. But I haven't seen the second one. I don't know how good it is. But apparently, this one is doing abysmally at the box office. Like
Oh
it's doing
Lord,
so bad. Like they're releasing it digitally and taking it out of theaters on the 7th, which is like in a couple days,
when did it come out?
like a week and a half ago.
Damn.
Like it came out like a couple days before my birthday. I think it was like the 19th or like the 18th or something like that.
Damn. That's
So
real recent.
like yeah, it was like fast. Like I don't even think Morbius came out of the theater this quickly.
Morbius came back at least.
Morbius came back and flopped harder the second time, which made it even funnier.
It's even funnier the second
It's
time. You know, Morbius is on Netflix now.
It is.
Like, not
It's
even
Morbin
Disney Plus
time.
wants to touch that.
Bro, fucking Disney Plus didn't want that shit. That's so
They're like,
fucking.
no.
They couldn't
Wait,
handle the Morbin power of the Morbius.
you know when the mouse doesn't want something, you know it's tainted.
Bro, they had that movie, The Song of the South, and they didn't want Morbius. That's crazy. That's fucking insane. Like song, have you ever seen Song of the South? It's just some racist
No.
ass fucking movie back in the day with like blackface and shit.
Oh,
And they had that movie.
yes.
I
In
remember
Morbius?
they no, it wasn't in Morbius. I'm just saying they had that movie.
Where?
Was it on Disney Plus? I'm pretty sure it was. Like it was on like
Damn.
it was like a while like for a while like just readily available. But they didn't.
Are you talking about the founding of a nation or born of a nation or whatever?
No, I'm
A
talking
nation is
about
born.
the one with like the rabbit and like the racist animals in it.
Oh, I don't know
And
about that. I
that
was thinking of another really racist. There's this classic like cinematography thing. I think it's called Birth of a Nation, if I'm not mistaken, and it's from like a Confederate side. It's a very racist movie, but like it's so impressed because it's one of the first times ever that it had this many people like on camera. But
Mhm.
it's like it's a really shitty movie because it's like really
Real
really
shit.
not like not cool, bro.
Like
It's
whoa,
like
whoa,
it's
whoa.
not. I wouldn't say it's sympathetic. I would say it's a different viewpoint. Let's put it that way.
Yeah. But like that's so crazy.
I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
I've never seen Song of the South. I've only seen like weird out of context clips of it. But even I can
That's what I
understand.
thought you were talking about.
Yeah.
I don't think I know.
That
what you're
reminds
talking
me.
about
There's
then.
like, listen, I've seen a couple Looney Tunes shorts back in the day when I was like younger.
Oh yeah.
Some of those older ones are so fucking wild. It's
You're like,
insane.
whoa. I still think the funniest one is the son of a bit, son of a bit, son of a bit. Aha! You thought I was gonna say son of a bitch now, didn't you?
That was a classic one.
Dude, it's so good.
When I first saw that as like a 14-year-old, I thought that was like a shit post. I thought someone edited that. But no,
No,
that was a
it's so
real
good.
ass fucking Looney Tunes clip.
It's so good, bro.
It's so. Listen, some of those older Looney Tunes are fucking. They're wild. They're out of line, but he's kind of funny.
Like, have you seen the old Daffy Duck as like I think it's Daffy Duck that they have as Hitler or whatever?
You're talking? Are you thinking about Donald Duck with Hitler?
Donald Duck, maybe it is. Yeah. They have him as like in the whatever. It's like, bro, like whoa, like
The concept
wow,
is,
like
I know like why
even
Disney
at the
made
time
this.
you didn't think this. I gotta think like I don't think it would be pretty hard to convince me to make like Mickey Mouse animations of him around like the war on Taliban or whatever, war on the Taliban or whatever. Like I would just be like, this is probably not gonna age very well. That's what I would think. Like
Hold
it's just.
up.
But I guess why not? Why not
I
after all?
guess. Could you imagine if they still made those cartoons though? It was like Goofy with the Taliban.
Well, I mean that's basically South Park and Family Guy actually, I guess.
It's
So
like
yeah, in
Goofy
the
as
in
a
the South
domestic
Park
terrorist.
episode, the dad, what's his Randy's trying to get girls over for spring break, and so that's how they get the Tate brothers over, whatever. Because that's how Andrew Tate made his whatever managing girls like OnlyFans and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's how they show. I just remembered how he shows up in the episode. He's trying to get some ladies in there.
I I hate being on the internet some days because like I just hate people like defending that kind of shit. It's just like,
Dude, I it baffles me if people are still
they're like,
defending this dude.
dude,
Like,
dude, it's just him being a businessman. And it's like he's locking them up in a fucking dungeon, like some
my man.
like a kooky D&D villain.
And even then, we're not gonna give him the benefit of the doubt because he's rude to everyone, even the people in like the courts and stuff. And he's a total douche to everybody he interacts with. So like, why would anyone give him the benefit of the doubt?
Did you hear that he recently was like released from jail, but he's on house arrest? Thank God.
Yep. Yeah, thank God.
Thank fucking God. I hope they find him guilty. Holy shit. Because he talks a lot about how like he pays the Romanian like police so they won't like mess with him.
He talks a lot of shit, and it's always like it's the people that blow the loudest, are usually the ones that don't really have all that going on. Like,
yeah,
if this guy's constantly having to reassure his fans and everyone that like he's really this macho and like masculine and he's this powerful, like I'm like, okay, Andrew, like it's probably not the truth.
Yeah, I always blow quietly. Like I always like when I'm under the table, I just blow quietly. Like,
he never is spitting bars. This table, see through the table, see through the table, see through the table.
It's a see-through table.
Yeah, I love that meme.
That one is so fucking good. He's the same guy who did the one where it's like, oh, you got Super Smash Bros in here? You got Wii U?
Yeah, with the I always remember because he's got the glasses that are all fucked up.
Yeah, he's got them like crooked on.
It's such an aesthetic, bro.
He's just like me for real.
You ain't got no Nintendo Switch. How are you supposed to play Smash in here then? But you got no games. I better leave that. Literally me.
And she locks the door like very loudly. Like, oh no, guess we gotta entertain ourselves somewhere else. He's like starts like fucking like grabbing the door, starts shaking like
Let me out.
Dude, I saw a video today of a kid who was very like clearly like watching these Andrew Tate videos. And he's like very, very awkwardly like standing up to his teacher.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, and the teacher's like telling him to sit down in like in his seat. And the kid's like, I'm the alpha. I don't have to listen to the teacher. The alpha trumps the teacher. And I'm laughing. Like, I'm laughing hard, but I also feel so fucking bad for the teacher who just has to deal with this shit. I feel bad
for the kid that genuinely thinks that's cool and, like, whatever. Like, I can't imagine, like, what's, like, if he's if his mindset is that is, like, the way to portray himself and, like, that's what he's aspiring to be, like, I feel that's horrifying, honestly. But it is funny as hell. It
is funny, but I also feel really bad. Honestly, I think, on a for real note, I think being a teacher is like one of the worst jobs.
One of the most underappreciated, I bet.
It's one of the most underappreciated. You get paid diddly squat and you have to deal with like some of the most annoying fucking twats imaginable. Like me. I remember being in high school.
James.
I remember being a menace. Hold up. Quick story. So when I was in high school, like I would stay after school and I would want like I would want
You mean
a soda pop.
detention?
I would
You
want
mean
to shut
detention?
up. Shut the fuck up. You suck. I wanted like a soda, but I didn't want the stupid fucking diet sodas that they had out and like for all
Ew.
the students, because all them every diet soda
You
tastes like
told
shit.
the story before.
Have I?
Yes, with the
I've
soda
told
and the
you.
teacher
Wait, I've told
in
you
the on
before.
the
I think.
podcast.
Have
On the
I?
podcast, yeah, yeah.
Did
It was
I?
one of the earlier episodes. Yeah, yeah.
Maybe I did. Yeah.
You
Well,
could tell it again. I don't mean to gaslight, but I'm pretty sure you have.
I don't know if I did. Oh my god, because I do listen to the episodes like on like especially some of the earlier ones on repeat. But like I don't
That's probably
remember me
it,
saying it.
actually.
Honestly, highly based. But like
Maybe you didn't. Maybe you didn't. We can cut this part out. Yeah, continue your story. Continue your story.
but like but like I snuck into like the main like teachers one because usually they just don't care as long as you're not messing anything
Hmm.
with the soda. But my homeroom teacher saw me in there and he was like, he just fucking hates me, I guess. And he just like pulled me aside and my theater teacher already told me not to go in there, and I already told her that I wouldn't go in there, full well knowing that I was about to go in there and get a drink because I did not care. Pulls me in there. Teacher sees me with the drink, sees my stupid fucking face, and under her breath, she's like, "I told you not to go in there, you little shithead." Oh my god! And that was when I was like the main lead of like a play too.
So you had the charisma and drip too.
I had the charisma to keep my job.
It's a political. What do you call it? It's like the corrupt politics where like you can wipe this under this mark on your record goes under the rug. You through the teacher's lounge to get a regular soda.
The real alpha male energy out here.
Do you know what my father is? I can make this disappear. It's just your mom gives you a teacher's note. It's like sorry.
Dude, I remember like one time I got a teacher's note in like the second grade, but I didn't show my parents until after they bought me a video game, and they were so fucking mad at me.
Why would you do that?
So
Why would you?
I don't
Wait,
remember
wait,
what I
so
got.
you wouldn't.
Hold up.
You wouldn't.
Let me tell you the story. So like in second grade, when I lived in like Italy, we would get like these pink slips if we messed up or like we did something bad. I don't remember what the fuck I did.
Wait, hold on. When you lived in Italy?
Yeah.
For how long, bitch?
I lived in Italy since. Well, hold up. I lived in Italy when I was like from the ages of like I think it was like 5 to 7. Like it wasn't a long time.
You never told me this. I
swear to you, as long as we have been friends, I have told you at least 2 times at some point.
Maybe you have. That probably is true. But regardless, continue your story.
But yeah, like I got a pink slip because I don't know, I didn't know, domestic terrorism or something. But like something funny. But like I remember like afterwards I was gonna tell my parents, like I was gonna be good and own up to it. But then we went to the mall and like we were at the game store and I was like, if I show my parents, I'm not getting what was it? Nintendogs. That's what it was. I'm not getting Nintendogs. So I waited, and my dad got me Nintendogs, and then we left. And I remember my dad going. No, it was my mom because my dad was driving. My mom going through my bag and finding it, and they were so fucking mad at me because I lied.
The guilt you felt. I have done something similar to that where I got in trouble on an extracurricular activity. It was not scouts, but it was running, and I basically just didn't tell my mom, and I got so much trouble for it. But like we lived the exact same childhood, bro. Because I got in so much. There was this kid there, and so like it was weird. But like I was one of the younger kids in the running team, and I was also one of the only two. I was like. There's 2 white people there, my sister and me. Everyone else was color, So I was like 7, so I felt a little, alienated. Nobody talked.
Nothing wrong with a little white.
But there was one kid. Yeah, I was just a little weird, awkward kid, but we was fine. But there was this one kid that kept picking on me, and that she kept running behind me and was running on my shoes intentionally. And then I turned around and I pushed her and I yelled at her, but she was the coach's daughter, so I got in a lot of trouble, surprisingly.
Whoops. I thought you were.
I didn't tell my mom at first. And I was like, huh, because she was like getting a smoothies or whatever that day, and I was like, might as well not tell her. And then she found out she was not pleased, but
Hey,
it was pretty funny.
at least we admitted up to it. You know, we didn't hide this from them. Well, in my case, I literally couldn't because I had to get it signed to bring it back the next day, or else they would call your parents and be like, "Hey, so like they were just snitches. I fucking hate them."
The secret police. The school
Exactly.
system is.
I always want like now thinking back on it, I was like, I wonder if like what if I just threw it away?
What happened? Yeah.
What would happen? You know?
Do they have a receipt? Do they have a receipt that
That's what
they
I'm
gave
wondering.
you one?
Like, did the teachers like? Did they remember? Did they care at all? Like, that kind of thing. I was like, if I just threw it away, were they gonna really say something? Was I really gonna have to wait that extra week because I was grounded for Nintendogs?
Your grade, your GPA just suddenly goes down in like preschool because you got the wrong star color. It's like you didn't get a gold star this week, Jimmy. Your GPA is gonna be affected.
The one thing holding you back from getting to like Harvard
Preschool.
and that day.
Preschool.
Do you remember that day you spat on that kid in front of you and you went from the gold star to the red star?
What is it up? What comes first, preschool or kindergarten?
It's preschool.
So preschool. So yeah, you can't graduate from preschool to kindergarten.
You're being held back for your actions.
You're being held back a year because you don't have enough gold stars. Could you imagine? You get held back a grade in preschool.
You have like some second, like what should be a second grader in there just sitting there like, yeah, I've been here for years.
You know that scene with Adam Sandler where he's like sitting there with all the kids watching the show on the mat or whatever, and they're all watching like the Disney movie.
Oh. Some kid who like is like well above in high school, like he is a senior, but he's been held back because he keeps not getting these gold stars.
He is literally me.
Broski is just like me for real. On fucking God. Holy shit. It's such a fucking comedic conception.
Like this would be such a funny skit, like
It is I feel like it's like a Seinfeld kind of skit.
Or I'm thinking like this could be like a great SNL like ad for like a lawyer for like stuff about like I'm trying to think what you'd call this, but like disputes about like cases that might involve like I don't know education or financial stuff like that. But you have some ad, but it's specifically tailored for babies that are being held back or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
Was your baby negatively affected by bias?
It's Saul Goodman saying this too. Hi, I'm Saul Goodman. And was your baby held back a year because he didn't get enough gold stars?
Yeah, they have a whole like 2-minute ad. Yeah, dude, we should make this with the ChatGPT.
That's what I'm saying. ChatGPT, bro. Bro, it's ChatGPT. No, bro.
Dude, that episode was so funny.
I haven't seen that whole episode, but I've seen that clip of Jimmy being like, "Come on, bro. It's ChatGPT."
Stan uses ChatGPT. Oh, I don't want to spoil it.
I know Stan uses like the ChatGPT to talk to girls, which is honestly based.
He's using it to talk to Wendy or whatever her name is, because he just doesn't want to talk to her. So he has all these romantic texts he's sending, but in reality he's just copy paste whatever.
Puts it into AI. Honestly, that might be that in like, oh, dude. Imagine if in like 5 years' time that is how people date unironically. That's scary.
That'd be insane.
That is scary because like some of the AI shit is fucking like kind of scary how almost accurate it is.
Well, that's the thing. Like, if you can basically, for all intents and purposes, this technology makes things like recordings and digital footprints and like, I mean, maybe not digital footprints, but recordings and voice recordings and videos. It makes it basically useless because like you can fake it all.
Yeah, you could.
Now you could like fake anybody's voicing anything.
It's like
and it's just going faster, faster. Like 10 years ago, we would not have believed any of this was possible. We went from having not having Siri like until like 2000 what, like 11 or whatever, people, or no, 2012, something like that.
Mhm.
And that was like Siri could do barely anything. She could barely even access your camera and like a calculator, and that was about it. And now we got like all this crazy shit.
And now Siri's like a drone just spying on you 24/7.
Literally, me.
On
She's on
God.
all walls.
You think Siri would be a Sisters of Battle player?
I feel like Siri would probably be a League of Votan player because she would be a massive AI unit.
She'd be a massive bitch.
She would be me.
Just like me, for real. So, we actually did not get into like literally any topics I have like lined up for this episode yet. So, so I'm gonna get into like one or two of them before we like
Mhm.
exit out, and I could just save the rest for later. But the most interesting one I thought we could talk about.
Okay.
So in Australia, it's not for sale, but there is a real ass like woolly mammoth meatball.
I heard about that.
Yeah, like this dude in Australia, like he just took like the genetics from like an actual mammoth and like spliced them with like an elephant and put that DNA into like the meat of like a sheep.
And just basically, yeah, he took the stuff out of the cells or whatever and just filled them with the self-replicating the
Mhm.
innards, like the nucleus and whatnot.
Yeah. Did you hear
Which is
about
crazy.
that? Is so insane. Like that is literally fucking Jurassic Park shit, and that's like
literally
the fact that Jurassic
shit.
Park is not like as like
Fictional as it used to be.
it's not as fictional as it used to be. Like it is like slowly inching becoming more of a reality is kind of terrifying, but also kind of cool.
Kind of cool. Yeah, it's like, oh,
Did you
it's
hear
a little
about?
bit of both, but like,
I don't even know if we talked about this last time. No, we didn't because I. Did you hear they're trying to put like 4 real ass woolly mammoths back in Siberia in like certain parks by
why?
2027? So they could
Why?
restore natural like ecosystems and like see all that kind of shit.
Okay, that's interesting. I like, but like, I'm
I
not
remember.
asking to be sarcastic. I'm trying.
I remember.
How does putting woolly mammoths there help the ecosystem?
Fuck if I know. I'm not smart.
Like, don't they just eat more stuff?
I
Like,
have literally
I'm
no idea.
confused.
Because I
I
remember
don't
the
know.
same
I'm not
argument
smart
being
enough for this.
applied towards the Tasmanian tiger or the thylacine for all you fucking degenerate virgins out there.
Idiots.
Yeah, you fucking weeaboos, you fucking cocksucklers. But
Literally me. Who said
who
that?
said that? But like, I can at least understand like the thylacine coming back. Like that makes sense because we kind of killed that one off. Like in like recent times,
Mhm.
in the past like 100
Well,
years.
woolly mammoths. Well, tell me the pros and cons of woolly mammoth. Pros,
It's cool.
cons.
It's may not be cool.
Like,
Question mark?
I don't know. Like, there's no reason not to, but it's also like my brother in Christ. Of all the animals you could bring back, why the mammoth? Can we not bring back? I don't know, something less like massive and hard.
I think. Well, if you could bring back any animal, what would you do? What would you bring
I
back?
mean,
Like for real, like a
probably early human ancestor.
that's gay. It's just a
It's
monkey.
pretty cool though.
It's just a monkey.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like I would want to find the blurriest line possible.
The blurriest line possible between like a monkey.
We're like, because at some point, like you gotta imagine, like going through like between where like you're slowly evolving, becoming more and more, self-aware people are.
Okay.
Like I would love to see someone like from that era there, where it's like where they're just really starting to come into like humanity. That'd be really cool.
Okay, that's not that's not as lame as I thought it was gonna be. But if I could bring back an animal, like I think I would say fuck it. Like honestly, Dinokairos is so fucking like it's just a cool animal.
It is a cool animal. John F. JFK.
JFK, the most extinct paleontology.
Most extinct animal known to mankind.
Why the fuck has JFK been coming up so recently in my life? I was just at a party where I asked the question, what is the hottest president?
Oh,
and JFK was up there on the list. I think he was Obama was number 1. And then it was JFK. And then it was Abraham Lincoln.
Okay, okay. Interesting taste.
Good taste, good taste. Which is unironically the three I probably would have put like how I would have worded it too.
Obama, Hansel's
Yeah,
man.
listen. Obama's a good-looking guy for being in his like 50s. I think he's in.
Dude, for real, dude doesn't like he looks like he's aged definitely since he's been in the presidency, but like he's aged well. It's like
He's
you
like
know when
DILF
some people
material.
age and like they get like character development instead
Yeah,
of like actual years. They just get like it's just like you just get like it's like the
he looks.
filter. You just get the null oil effect.
He gets the Ryu from Street Fighter 6 treatment, where he's got like the old fucking shaggy ass beard.
Nah. Just wash Obama with the null oil and give a edge highlight, and he's good to go.
Yeah, give him the Earth Shack's shading, and then put like some dry brushing on top. Good to
Dry
go,
brush his hair. Give him
dude.
that gray.
Dry brush the hair real quick, dude. It's so fucking bad. I'll see something like rust or something, and I'll be like, dude, I bet I could dry brush
Dry brush that.
that. I'll see
Dude, so
things.
when I was at Ross, not just topic, we were talking about
Yeah.
painting, but I was at Ross the other day, and you know those big scale, the Warhammer action figure dudes?
Yeah.
They just had one of the Necron dudes on the shelf for like
Oh yeah,
$8.
I remember you showing us in the chat.
I was like, brother,
That was fucking epic,
what?
though. That is epic. I
Okay, what
have
were you
I
saying?
have
Sorry.
one of those. I have I have a Space Marine who's unpainted. I still have to paint him. I have to figure out what I want to do.
I have the disassembled unpainted Sister of Battle, and then I have the unpainted Necron.
Dude, yeah. Oh, dude, and it's right next to my. So I have this idea for two Warhammer kill teams for the Space Marines. I obviously have the just talking earlier about the Salamanders. I also have
Mhm.
another one where it's just I want to take Space Marines and I want to contort them into like fucking like pop culture icons. Like I have this
That'd be cool.
Garfield one that I fully painted right here next to me, and I also have the
You
Doom
gotta send
guy
a
one.
picture.
Yeah, I have this Doom guy one right next to me. I still have to finish them, but like I plan on going like really fucking kooky and crazy with them. Like
That's kind
I,
of cool though.
it is. I'm actually kind of proud of how the Garfield one turned out, particularly because he actually looks kind of cool.
Didn't Sandra inspire that one?
Yeah,
I know you talked about that one a while ago.
yeah, because she's a big Garfield fan. Crazy. I think it's so funny that she used to be like such a big Garfield fan because now she doesn't have like the patience to read.
That's just a fuck it.
Dude,
Garfield no
I
more.
used to be the opposite way. I used to not have patience to read, and now I spend like every other day reading.
I
Even
still wish I could read.
I even have like a when I clean my room, I have like I try to do it daily. I try to clean my room. I just put on an audiobook and I start listening. I'm listening to
Oh yeah, audiobooks. That's where it's at, bro.
audiobooks are so fucking nice. I love it, dude. I'm listening to The Curse of
Mhm.
the Wendigo right now on
Okay,
audiobook.
cool.
Shit's awesome. Also, audiobooks, if you hear this, please sponsor us.
You mean Audible?
Yeah, well, fucking yeah.
You were saying audiobooks. It's okay.
Dude, I'm on the spectrum. Just leave me alone.
Me too, dude. I feel that.
And with that being said, I think we can call it a wraps for today. I'll leave the rest of what topics I had written down for like next time, and some of the questions that people ask. So we have that for next week. So yeah, I think that's all we got for today. So thank you again, Johnny, for joining me again. Hopefully next
But of
time we can get
course,
Maddie rescued from his perilous journey to the center of the earth to find the
for
infinite
real.
boobs. So with
For
that being
real.
said, bye bye.